I started Skillets in July of 1995. The idea from day one was we weren't just going to do breakfast and lunch. We were going to be the best. And what I mean by the best is absolutely only the best ingredients, homemade syrups, sauces, everything from scratch. We immediately established via word of mouth a regular clientele. And our business grew exponentially. It was a lot of hard work, but in retrospect, it was also a tremendous amount of fun. So what we did was start with one store, and we've grown it to 6. Now that the acquisition has happened, we have a 7th store on the way, which will be open before the year is out. We were doing extremely well. And the old saying is, get out while the getting is good. That's why we decided to sell. Benchmark really had a very good presentation, and I felt there was a lot of integrity and success behind this company. I think the way Benchmark added value to the process was they were able to put together accurate numbers in a positive way that showed a potential buyer how valuable we really were.
The go-to-market strategy for Skillets was a very targeted approach. We conducted our business intelligence, we analyzed the market, and we looked at recent M&A activity, and very early on we knew what the buyer looked like. We had a strong understanding of the type of buyer that we needed to gear our outreach toward, and that was what we did to find great success early on.
Everyone at Benchmark was always accessible. When you're in the middle of a deal, sometimes you don't want to wait an hour. You want to know now. Everything's now, because it's such an extensive process. It takes so long. So Benchmark was always there.
We offer an investment banking level of service. When Ross called, I don't care if it was 8 in the morning or 8 at night, he had somebody he could reach out to and have conversation with if he had any questions about our process, whether it was making some amendments to the marketing materials they were using or who exactly we were talking to from an outreach perspective.
The first guy who came along was the buyer, and it was roughly 5 days after Benchmark showed the world what Skillets was all about. It was a home run from the first moment. We probably would not get the kind of money we wanted to get for our business had we tried to list it ourselves. There is a certain amount of integrity to the whole sales process when you bring in a company like Benchmark to represent you. There are so many nuances, and they know how to do. As an owner, I wouldn't. I'm good at flipping eggs. When I first sat down with Benchmark, they presented a whole new panorama. What Benchmark said was, if you want to recognize the real potential value of your business, you can get involved in a situation whereby you do maintain a minority ownership, yet you've secured your financial retirement. And going forward, when the capital group sells the business to somebody else, we have an opportunity for a second windfall.
With the equity stake that he was able to maintain and roll over into the company, he'll get that second bite of the apple down the road, which is something that without Benchmark, he had no guidance that would have been an option.
We went with a company who presented Skillets in a very professional way, and we saw the marketing materials. We were very impressed by them, and so they did their job, and we got a buyer right away. So could we have done it without Benchmark? Probably not. I was somewhat skeptical that we would actually get the kind of money that Benchmark said we were going to get. And I was pleasantly surprised at the outcome.